So as it is, about one third, a good 16 or 15 countries, 14 to 15 or whatnot. Yeah, including like whole territories, like is it Mayotte or so, like somewhere on the sea. It's controlled by this country, France, who's like basically considers all these places as their territories, all the resources as their own. I mean, create a currency for these people, um, rules over these places with draconian economic policies that basically leaves millions of Africans living in abject poverty with no hopes, no like bottled up futures. It's just unbelievable. Like in 2023, Africa would allow this sort of nonsense to go on. Most all these countries have like extremely weak militaries, weak civil societies, weak education. Unbelievable, just unbelievable, man. How the AU ECOWAS sits back and watches this go on. Like it's a huge shame to Ghana and Nigeria, who are some of the big players in ECOWAS, and maybe Senegal, to watch this go on. I mean, obviously, Ivory Coast is a puppet state, has always been a puppet state, and has been used to cause a lot of regression and repression in West Africa. One of the presidents of Ghana, Atta Mills, that passed, I was just thinking this morning, he had the Diufiasem policy. It's completely wrong. I mean, I think Nkrumah practiced just a bit of that. Like, I mean, having like a weak secret service and stuff like that. I mean, so basically the point I'm trying to make was France and the West CIA were using Ofe Boigny to basically entrench Western hegemony in West Africa. Like, I mean, Nkrumah never counted properly, like, or in a calculated way. I mean, that also led to his downfall and the trajectory that Ghana has taken. And Ghana has gone basically full circle. It's a pure colony. I mean, Ghana and Nigeria operate just like Gabon has operated. I mean, only we don't see it as that, but all our resources. I mean, how can you have gold, which is money? Gold is actually money, real money. You give the money away to Newmont and all these gold mining companies from Australia, etc. Just give the money away, then go collect paper. I mean, how does a country, after 60 years, cannot boast of a gold reserve of even 200 billion? If we are talking of a dollar value to that, I mean, places like Ghana and Nigeria, these are jokes, man. These are not countries. These are colonies. And these changes have to happen. Ghana and Nigeria need to change constitutions to allow for a mixed representation. So some direct representation in Senate and Senate or parliamentary. I think the Nigerians call it Senate. When there should be direct representation of people, then there should be proportional representation. So parties that win a certain percentage of the votes, I mean, assuming the votes are fair and transparent, should have representation in the Senate. So there should be seat allocations that are not actually direct. Like, so say you run for a region and you win, those are direct representations. But parties that get a certain amount of the vote, 4, 5, 3% of the vote, should have a number of seats proportionally allocated to them. So there's representation of every citizen in the country. Otherwise, these countries are going to blow up. It's only a matter of time because Ghana's elections coming next year. The president and his cronies are planning to rig the election. Will installed by force this Baumia fellow, and that's not going to happen. And we will not allow this to happen. Nanado should know this, and the corrupt criminal organization called the MPP should know this. So yeah, interesting times ahead in Africa. Togo should be next. Cameroon, what are you guys waiting for, man? Take out that idiot. Take out that idiot.